Would you still pay top dollar for a car if you knew it would sit unsold on dealer lots for nearly a year? Right now across America, dealers are facing a nightmare that's getting harder to ignore. Brand new cars, once marketed as the future of driving, are collecting dust month after month, with thousands of units piling up and buyers refusing to bite. This isn't just about one or two models. From luxury sedans to electric crossovers to heavy-duty trucks, the market is flashing serious warning signs. Shoppers are walking away, and manufacturers are quietly panicking. Why? Sky-high sticker prices, brutal interest rates, rising insurance premiums, and perhaps most damaging of all, buyers realizing that some cars are simply bad investments. Nobody wants to drive off the lot knowing they've bought a financial black hole. Today, we're diving deep into the 14 car models that dealers simply cannot sell in 2025. Some have more than a year of inventory just sitting unsold, and the #1 slowest seller might genuinely shock you. Stick around until the end, because if you're thinking about buying a new car this year, these are the models you'll want to avoid at all costs. Let's zoom out for a second before we count down the list. Why is the car market shifting so dramatically? Just a couple of years ago, buyers were paying over sticker price, begging to get their hands on anything available. Now, lots are overflowing. The first reason is interest rates. Financing a $50,000 car today can add hundreds of dollars more per month compared to just 3 years ago. A car that once felt affordable suddenly locks you into a painful long-term payment. Second is insurance costs. EVs and luxury SUVs especially have seen premiums spike. Some owners have discovered that insuring a new car can cost nearly as much as a monthly lease payment, and for many, that's the deal breaker. And then there's depreciation. The pandemic years gave many buyers the illusion that cars were safe investments, with used prices skyrocketing. But now, the pendulum has swung hard in the other direction. Many new models are losing 40 to 60% of their value in just a few years. Nobody wants to be the sucker holding the keys when the resale value collapses. Put all that together, and you get a perfect storm. Dealers are desperate, cars are sitting unsold for months on end, and these 14 models are the ones struggling the most. Number 14, Infiniti QX55 2025. Infiniti once rivaled Lexus and Acura as a luxury leader, but today its image is fading fast. The QX55 was supposed to be a stylish comeback, tapping into the trendy coupe SUV segment. Instead, it feels like a recycled idea. Underneath, it's essentially the older QX50 with a sloping roofline, built on a platform dating back to 2019. Its 2.0-liter variable compression turbo engine is innovative on paper, but in practice, drivers complain of uneven throttle response and mediocre fuel economy. Luxury buyers want refinement and consistency, not gimmicks. Add in Infiniti's shaky reliability reputation, and confidence in long-term ownership is low. Price-wise, it sits around $54,000, which undercuts BMW's X4 and Mercedes GLC Coupe. But here's the buyer's dilemma. For just a few $1,000s more, they can step into a German rival that offers better driving dynamics, stronger resale, and a badge that commands respect. Imagine walking into a dealership. On one side, the QX55. On the other, a BMW X4. Which do you test drive first? Most buyers don't hesitate. Now, with a 188-day supply, dealers are watching these QX55s gather dust. And in the used market, depreciation is already kicking in, further cementing this Infiniti as a risky buy. If you are enjoying this breakdown, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The car market is changing fast, and this channel will keep you ahead of the curve. Number 13, Ford F-150 Lightning 2025. The Lightning was hyped as the truck of the future, but reality has hit hard. Ford positioned it as the electric version of America's best-selling pickup, expecting buyers to line up. Instead, they're hesitating, and for good reason. At nearly $71,000, the Lightning doesn't feel like it justifies the premium. Visually, it looks almost identical to a standard F-150. Buyers ask themselves, why pay so much more for what looks the same? In this price range, people expect bold design, cutting-edge tech, and exclusivity. Then come the practical issues. Towing, one of the most critical jobs for a truck, devastates the battery range. Owners have reported that hauling heavy loads can cut range in half, making it impractical for work use. Add to that reliability concerns, with recalls for steering issues and even potential battery fire risks, and buyer confidence plummets. Dealers now sit on a 190-day supply, with over 9,500 Lightnings unsold nationwide. Meanwhile, rivals like the Tesla Cybertruck and Rivian R1T are grabbing attention with unique designs and stronger performance credentials. For Ford, the Lightning is quickly becoming less of a revolution and more of a liability. Number 12. Nissan Murano 2025. The Nissan Murano finally got its long-awaited redesign, but after nearly 10 years on the same body, excitement fizzled fast. Yes, it looks sharper, borrowing inspiration from the electric Ariya. Inside, dual 12.3-inch screens and available massaging seats add a premium feel. But under the hood, Nissan swapped out its dependable V6 for a smaller 2-liter Turbo 4. While smoother and more efficient, it's also weaker, disappointing longtime Murano fans who valued power and durability. And then there's Nissan's branding problem. After years of financial scandals, leadership shakeups, and reports of declining build quality, buyers simply don't trust the brand like they once did. Why risk it when Toyota, Honda, and Hyundai offer alternatives with stronger reputations? Dealers are holding nearly 15,000 unsold Muranos, translating to a 191-day supply. Even with attractive features, it's clear that a shiny redesign can't overcome a tarnished reputation. Number 11. Ford Mustang Mach-E 2025. Ford shocked the world by putting the Mustang badge on an EV crossover. At launch, it generated huge buzz, but now, it's one of the slowest-moving EVs on the market. Depreciation is a killer. Reports suggest some Mach-Es are losing up to 50% of their value in the first year. That means someone who buys a $55,000 Mach-E could see it worth closer to $27,000 after just 12 months. For buyers, that's financial suicide. Add in rising prices due to tariffs, $600 to $2,000 increases across trims, and the value proposition looks even worse. Shoppers comparing options see Tesla's Model Y, Hyundai's Ioniq 5, or Kia's EV6 offering better range, smoother tech, and stronger resale. Now, dealers are stuck with 15,897 unsold Mach-Es, a 198-day supply. What was meant to be Ford's EV crown jewel is turning into an expensive burden. Number 10. Cadillac CT4 2025. Luxury sedan buyers want cutting-edge technology, prestige, and value retention. Unfortunately, the Cadillac CT4 checks none of those boxes. 5 years into its first generation, the CT4 is already feeling dated. Competing brands like Genesis and Lexus are offering fresher designs, advanced driver assistance tech, and cabins that exude refinement. The CT4 feels stuck in 2020, and not in a good way. Reliability concerns further erode buyer confidence, and at an average selling price of $47,000, it becomes hard to justify when Japanese and Korean competitors deliver more features, higher resale value, and a stronger reputation for dependability. Now, dealers sit on a 201-day supply, with nearly 3,000 cars unsold. Cadillac aimed to re-establish itself in the luxury sedan market, but the CT4 has only reinforced its struggles. Number 9. Volvo XC40 2025. Volvo has always marketed itself as the brand of safety, but today's buyers expect more than just airbags and crash ratings. The XC40 shows why. Recent issues have shaken confidence. A massive recall affecting 400,000 vehicles over rear-view camera failures raised alarms. Add in reports of sudden power losses and consumer reports giving it a below-average reliability score, and the shine wears off quickly. At just over $48,000, it competes in a crowded field. BMW's X1, Lexus's NX, and Audi's Q3 all deliver stronger reliability and fresher tech. For many buyers, the XC40 doesn't justify the risk. Now, dealers have a 209-day supply, with over 7,100 units unsold. Volvo may have the reputation for safety, but safety alone doesn't move cars anymore. Number 8. Land Rover Discovery 2025. The Land Rover Discovery wants to be the ultimate all-in-one SUV, luxury, off-road capability, and family practicality. But at over $75,000, buyers expect excellence, and the Discovery doesn't deliver. The ownership experience is plagued with issues. Electrical glitches, infotainment crashes, and inconsistent build quality are common complaints. Combine that with Land Rover's well-documented reliability struggles, and buyers quickly look elsewhere. And the luxury SUV market is more competitive than ever. BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, and even newcomers like Genesis are offering smoother on-road manners, cutting-edge interiors, and far stronger reputations for dependability. With a 209-day supply and nearly 1,700 units unsold, the Discovery is proving that reputation alone isn't enough. Number 7. Alfa Romeo Stelvio 2025. The Stelvio is beautiful, fast, and engaging, but beauty alone doesn't sell cars in 2025. Alfa Romeo has long struggled with brand perception. Ask enthusiasts, and they'll tell you it's fun to drive. Ask mainstream buyers, and they'll say unreliable, expensive repairs, and poor resale value. Unfortunately, both are true. At just over $55,000, it's competitively priced, but resale values lag far behind rivals like BMW's X3 or Lexus's RX. Buyers know they're taking on risk, and most aren't willing to. Dealers now hold a 218-day supply, with nearly 900 Stelvios gathering dust. Alfa's charm and Italian flair just aren't enough to overcome real-world concerns. Number 6. Porsche Taycan 2024-2025. On paper, the Taycan should be a smash hit. It's sleek, thrilling to drive, and carries Porsche prestige. But depreciation has destroyed its momentum. Some Taycans are showing up on used car lots at 60% off original MSRP. Imagine spending $130,000 only to find your car worth $50,000 a couple of years later. For a Porsche, that's shocking. Kelley Blue Book projects a $57,000 loss in 5 years, making it one of the most expensive luxury EVs to own. Add in a cooling EV market, and the Taycan is sitting on a 241-day supply. Even Porsche's reputation isn't enough to save it. Number 5. Range Rover Velar 2025. The Velar might be one of the most striking SUVs on the market, but it's also one of the riskiest buys. With no new generation planned, it's effectively heading toward discontinuation. That means resale values are collapsing before your eyes. On top of that, the Velar suffers from serious reliability complaints: timing chain failures, electrical gremlins, and random breakdowns. Depreciation is catastrophic. Owners can expect up to 62% value loss in 5 years, dropping resale to about $28,600 from a $74,800 MSRP. That's devastating. Dealers are left with a 241-day supply and more than 3,300 Velars unsold. It's the perfect example of how a beautiful design can't cover up a terrible ownership experience. Number 4. Volkswagen ID.4 2025. VW promised the ID.4 would be its affordable mass-market EV, but it's failing to inspire. Owners report glitchy infotainment, screen blackouts, and jerky gear shifts, problems that feel unacceptable in what's supposed to be a futuristic, family-friendly crossover. On top of that, depreciation is brutal, nearly 60% over 5 years, worse than most competitors. Even at a $45,000 to $55,000 price point, buyers are choosing Tesla's Model Y, Hyundai's Ioniq 5, or Kia's EV6. They deliver better range, better tech, and more confidence in long-term ownership. Now, dealers are staring at a 262-day supply, with over 4,600 ID.4s sitting unsold. Number 3. Audi A6 2025. The A6 has been a staple in the luxury sedan market for decades, but time is catching up with it. Priced around $67,500, it's no small investment. Yet the model is nearing the end of its generation, with Audi already preparing electric replacements. Buyers are asking, why pay top dollar for something about to be replaced? Depreciation doesn't help. CarEdge estimates a 47% drop in value over 5 years. Meanwhile, BMW's 5 Series, Mercedes E-Class, and Genesis G80 all look fresher, smarter, and more advanced. Dealers now sit on a 368-day supply, with nearly 3,000 A6s unsold. Even dependable sedans aren't safe from today's brutal market realities. Number 2. Audi Q4 e-tron 2025. Audi's compact luxury EV was meant to be a Tesla rival. Instead, it's become a warning about chasing hype. On paper, it ticks the boxes: stylish, practical size, and premium branding. But in the real world, owners are frustrated with software glitches, charging port issues, and a ride that doesn't feel premium enough. And the competition is merciless. Buyers in this price range overwhelmingly prefer Tesla's Model Y or Korean rivals like the Ioniq 5 and EV6, which offer more range and better tech. Dealers now sit on a 388-day supply, with over 2,500 Q4 e-trons unsold. That's more than a year's worth of inventory gathering dust. Number 1. Ram 2500 2025. And here it is, the slowest selling vehicle in America right now, the Ram 2500. Stellantis refreshed the truck with new engines, updated styling, and improved tech, hoping to revive sales. But the pricing is simply too high. Truck buyers are loyal, but they're also practical. When a heavy-duty pickup costs this much and discounts are scarce, they walk away. Even worse, this isn't just a slow seller, it's an outright backlog crisis. Dealers are holding a jaw-dropping 392-day supply, with over 8,100 unsold Ram 2500s sitting on lots nationwide. That's more than a full year of inventory gathering dust. For Ram, it's a loud warning. Loyalty has limits, and if prices stay inflated, buyers won't play along. So there you have it, 14 car models that dealers simply cannot sell right now. From Infinity's outdated QX55 to Ford's troubled EVs to luxury SUVs drowning in depreciation. The message is clear. Buyers are more cautious, smarter, and less forgiving than ever. We're in a new era of car buying. The pandemic years of overpaying for whatever was on the lot are gone. Today, shoppers want real value, strong reliability, and confidence in resale. If a car doesn't check those boxes, it doesn't sell, and these 14 models prove it. If you're in the market, let this list be a warning. Don't just chase flashy designs or trust the badge on the grille. Look deeper, because the worst car to own is the one nobody else wants. Question for you. Would you consider buying one of these cars if the dealer offered a massive discount? Or would you avoid them no matter what? Drop your answer in the comments. I'm curious to see where you stand. If you found this breakdown helpful, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The car market is changing fast, and this channel will keep you ahead of the curve.